Welcome to Happy's Kitchen. Today we're going to make homemade salted eggs. Salted eggs are super easy to make at home, and there's a lot of reasons why you want to do it instead of getting a store-bought one. My personal biggest one is because then you can have raw salted eggs instead of the already cooked ones for you to make delicious steamed meatballs or steamed eggs with. So all you need to have is eggs. So these are just normal large eggs I bought from my local grocery store. I've given them a quick rinse because sometimes there's like debris on the shells that you want to get rid of. I have a jar here, and then I have salt. So all we're going to do is we're going to take eggs and we're going to carefully layer them in our jar. You don't want to pack the eggs in too tight because then the shells will crack. And if the shells crack, then you're going to have potentially spoiled eggs, so you don't want that. In terms of how much salt and water to use, so the maximum amount of salt, and here we're just going to start putting salt in layers so that the eggs will get evenly coated. So you want to put as much salt as the water will allow the salt to dissolve, and that's about 35 grams of salt per 100 milliliters of water. So my jar fits about a liter of water, so I have about 350 grams of salt, which is just about a cup. And it's okay if you put in a little bit more salt, because all that's going to happen is your salt is going to sink to the bottom and it's not going to dissolve, and that's fine. It's not going to impact your eggs at all. And again here, just like in my pickled vegetables or in kimchi, you should use salt that does not have iodine, because otherwise you have water that looks cloudy. Again, it doesn't matter, it's fine if you use iodine salt. So to my jar of eggs and salt, I'm going to add water that's been boiled and cooled to about room temperature. It's actually a little bit warmer than room temperature, which will help dissolve more salt than the 35 milliliter to 1 liter ratio. But you definitely don't want to use hot water or anything that's too warm, because otherwise you're going to start cooking the eggs. So we fill the water to the very brim, and then we just put a lid on this jar. Put this in a shady place, room temperature, just anywhere in your home. Don't put it anywhere too warm, so don't put it on the top of your refrigerator. Give it about 3 to 4 weeks, and then your salted eggs will be ready. So compared to other methods of making salted eggs, such as dipping your egg first in alcohol and wrapping it around a layer of salt and putting it away, I feel like this is the most foolproof way to make salted eggs. It does take a little bit longer, but the results are going to be worth it. So here I have a jar that's already been sitting for 3 to 4 weeks. I did use iodine salt, so you can see that the water is a little bit cloudy, but again, it doesn't affect the taste of your eggs at all. So I've just taken a couple of these eggs and I've boiled them up in water. You cook salted eggs just like you cook regular eggs. So the key to boiling eggs is you want to put the egg in the water before the water is hot. Otherwise, if you put cold egg in hot water, hot air expands and your eggs are going to crack. So to avoid that, you want to put your eggs in cold water and then raise the temperature slowly. Don't really let it come to a full boil. Once it comes to a boil, just turn it off and let it sit 5 minutes, and then your eggs are done. And this is what I have here, a boiled salted egg. Let's cut one open to see what it looks like. Oh, look at the oil of the salted egg yolk coming out. This is beautiful. This is what our salted eggs looks like after 3 weeks in our saline solution. So these salted eggs are perfect to go with your rice porridge, or everyday meals. Or in our next episodes, I will show you how to cook delicious dishes with salted eggs, such as salted eggs stir-fried with shredded potato. So until next time, happy cooking and thanks for watching.